Contestant number 10, Dr. Jane Goldberg.
Carried your books from school, playing make-believe you're married to me. You were 5th grade, I was 6th, when we came to be. Walking home every day.
I saw a documentary about Afghani women meeting in secret. What were they doing? Painting their fingernails. Covered from head to toe with their burqas, this was not about beauty. It was about femininity, experiencing their womanhood. Within this repressive culture, these women were able to carve out a small slice of freedom. I believe in freedom. I believe in the freedom that our nation was founded on, and I believe in the freedom to think and feel and want. Those freedoms no one can take away. Thank you.
Dr. Jane is an internationally recognized psychoanalyst. She is also an author of 7 books and articles too numerous to mention. She's proud of her accomplishment of raising her 21-year-old daughter, Molly. You will usually see Jane either in running shoes as she runs around her lake, no shoes in yoga class, or flat shoes for work. But today, she has gone fancy, gown, heels, and all. Please welcome Dr. Jane Goldberg, contestant number 10. Contestant number 10, please welcome Jane Goldberg. Dr. Goldberg is going to read from her latest book, Play the Piano. On the screen, you will see photographic representations of her artwork, drawings, oiled canvases, watercolors, photography, even magic markers create art. Dr. Goldberg invites you to enjoy her multimedia presentation that represents the artifacts of our creative journey. Please welcome Dr. Jane Goldberg.
When I was young and still exploring who I was going to become, I tried my hand at dance. So I'm prancing along the floor and the teacher says, "You'll move like you have a wooden leg." So I tried singing, la la la, and the chorus leader said, "Jane, are you singing?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Could you stop?" Fortunately, I had a mother who encouraged me in other directions. So I'd go to the piano and I'd call out, "Mom, are you listening?" And she'd say, "Jane," that's how they do it in the South, "Jane, you're such a little Mozart." And then she would look at my art, and she would say, "Jane, you're such a little Picasso." But most of all, she helped me to find my voice. I found my voice through the words that fell from me, grew, and then found others. I'd like to read from my latest book. I was in the room with my mother the moment she died. My sister whispered, "She stopped breathing." I felt that this couldn't be true, that it was a most unexpected turn of events. I insisted, "No, she's still breathing." I had not quite been able to grasp that this woman who had been my mainstay for 37 years could be gone. And I think that I'd not given up hope that eking out one more precious moment of life with her. And now, years later, my mother remains still alive within me. I startle myself sometimes when I clear my throat, and the sound is so intimately familiar to me. It's as though she's in the room with me, alive again, readying her voice to talk to me, or even closer. She's within me. It is in some non-physical, non-real way her throat that is being cleared. It is as though, in some sense, I have become, am still becoming her. It's important to keep my mother alive in me as a kind of ghostly guide to the raising of my precious, ever-vibrant, infinitely energetic newborn daughter. As my mother helped me to find my own true voice, I endeavored to do the same with my Molly. I marvel at the emphaticness of her sweet coos and goos, even her clangorous cries. which all arise from the center of her being. Each of us, as children and adults, can retain this unity of self that baby Molly demonstrates. It is how we should all aspire to live, from our center outward to the farthest boundaries of our bodies, filling ourselves with ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jane Goldberg, contestant number 10.